no final value fees, one-click import, and they take PayPal? What is going on, guys? My name is Jay Kraft, and I'm here to talk with you about none other than PrairieGrit. That's right, you've heard me mention it in the past before. I've told you that something new was going to be coming, and if you've seen the title of this video, I think it's kind of a big deal. Is it better than eBay? It's kind of subjective, I suppose. But when I think of eBay, I think back to the old days of eBay, when everything on the platform was used, and it was one person selling to another person, and we didn't have massive brands, and we didn't have 80% of the inventory on the site being brand new stuff. If you're looking to go back to the old days of eBay, I think I found a home for you, and that home is with PrairieGrit. Not only are the fees drastically lower, zero final value fees, you can bring your items across real easy now. They upgraded their import tool. It used to be one item at a time. Now you can import entire categories at a time, which means if you have about 80 or 90% of your items tied up within a couple of categories, maybe it's women's jeans, maybe it's video games, maybe it's stuffed animals, or maybe it's baseball cards, whatever handful of categories you're an expert in, press one button, walk away, and then have all of your items import straight across. And on top of all that, unlike eBay, now PrairieGrit has taken PayPal, which means that it's pretty much business as usual, the way you like it before. And the best part about it is you're getting brand new eyes on those items that have been sitting around on eBay forever. So without further ado, let's take a look at my import process. Here we are, guys, at the PrairieGrit back page. I thought I'd go ahead and turn the camera off for a second so we could take a peek at exactly what's going on. As you saw, I just logged into my account right there, and this is a fresh account that I'm using. I put an item up maybe about a week ago just to go ahead and get the process started, but I knew a new import tool is on the way, so I went ahead and held back. This tool just rolled out a few days ago. So the benefit of this tool over the old tool is rather than having to select one item at a time and import them across, you can select entire categories at a time. So if you look here, here's the one item that I had up on the site over the last couple of weeks. And now we're going to go ahead and head on over to the import option, and I'm selecting the eBay option here. Now you can select Etsy if you'd like, if you got an Etsy store and you want to bring some of that across, but I went ahead and selected the eBay option, and we're going to start pulling those items right across. Now that we're all loaded up, you're going to see one of the best additions to the tool that has come yet. Back in the day, it was one item at a time. I'm referring to maybe a month or so ago. I got on the phone with Shawn himself, the owner of PrairieGrit. He is super accessible. If you have a problem with the site and you want to get in touch with somebody, you can get in touch with him. If you have a quick question, you can get in touch with me. If you're interested in helping to promote the site and you want to be somebody letting other people know about the site, you can get in touch with me as well. I am working with Shawn to try and make this the best site imaginable. And I'm going to get to more of that here at the end of this, but for right now, you can see this list populated. Basically what happened is PrairieGrit went through and pulled in all of my listings from eBay. Now, like I said, the old way was one item at a time. Right now, what it's done, it's displayed all of the categories that I have items inside, and it's shown the most populated categories at the top. So me, myself, as a gamer, I have quite a few extra video games lying around, and I have for years and years on end, so I've been listing them on eBay. And what it's doing right now is it's saying, hey, you've got 40 items listed on eBay within video games. Do you want to bring them all across? All I have to do is click that button on the side, and I can simply walk away at this point. When it's done, it won't even require any extra inputs from me. So it's doing three things right now, and that's what I want to explain, like why it looks like it's going slow, okay? Because I understand some people are going to want to get moving on to the next thing. You don't have to be here for this part, but what it's doing is downloading the listings from eBay and then uploading those listings to PrairieGrit and then making those listings live. Okay? So it's doing three things all at one time: down, up, and then activating those listings. So if you've ever used Google Drive before, trying to move files from one computer to another, you understand big files will take a while to upload, big files will take a while to download, and the same thing is happening 30 or 40 times at a time, as you're seeing right now. But if you have 100 listings, 200 listings, 300 listings, whether it be, in jeans, collectibles, like we talked about earlier, whatever category it's in, you can snatch them all and bring them straight across to the site, and it'll do all of the work for you, which is really, really great, because I know how it is. We value our time very much. The other thing that's really great too about PrairieGrit with this category is I had issues on eBay with other categories like homebrew cartridges, reproduction cartridges, and just full-on counterfeits. And not being able to get any type of help from eBay to regulate those categories, I reached out to Shawn and I said, hey, is there any way we can just divvy this up a little bit so that way my items are separate from others? He said, not a problem. And within a couple of days' time, those categories were created. So I know now that my items are going to stand apart from everyone else's items on there. I've gone ahead and sped it up to 16x. Just like I said, this process does take a little bit of time, but you don't have to be there. On top of that, this is the last month or so of this listing tool, and a new one is going to be coming out where instead of doing one category at a time, you can do 10 categories at a time. And that's just another step in the process, and I can promise you it's going to get even better than that down the line. But right now, this is, as far as I'm concerned, exceptionally fast. You can throw on a movie, you can do something else, it doesn't matter. But as you can see, it's wrapping up now, bringing in the last of those items. And what I did next is I think I went on to the next category here. I'm doing this voiceover after the fact. So let's see what direction I'm going next. Yep, we're going to import those stuffed animals. I'm going to go ahead and show you what happened here. I wasn't exactly sure how to get to this other stuffed animals category. And originally I was going to wait and I was going to do this process with Shawn, but I said, you know what, I've got to be able to see just how intuitive this is. So I typed in stuffed animals, and I'm seeing all the different subcategories for stuffed animals. Now, if you're somebody who specializes in a certain one, let's say you're working with TY, or you're working with Russ, or you're working with Jellycat, another popular brand, you can type in those specific brands and you can dump category-wise into those subcategories. With this one, I just typed in other stuffed animals, which was the tail part. All of my stuffed animals are very, etc. based. And if I wanted to, I can go back through later and I can step through and I can add, Build-A-Bear and, the specific brands for each one. But for the most part, my titles and subtitles and everything, they're going to be searchable by Google search. People are going to find my items and they're going to buy them. And on top of that, like I said, without final value fees, I'm going to be able to make more. And if I really wanted to, if I want to have that super competitive advantage, I can offer my products cheaper on PrairieGrit than I can offer them anywhere else and still make more money than if I was selling them on eBay. And that's what's really great about it. One more little speed up and we're going to be on our way. And I want to answer this question real quick too. If an item sells on PrairieGrit, what happens to my eBay listing? Well, it's automatically going to delist that item for you. You're not even going to have to worry about handling that. And then you can just go ahead and print out your shipping label like you normally would. I do all my labels through Pirate Ship. There'll be information down below where you can save a ton of money on your shipping. And then here we go. I just wanted to make sure that all of my items were active on the site, and there they are. That is the new import tool, and it couldn't get any easier than that. Thanks so much for sticking around for that, guys. And before you go, I've got something special for you. You won't believe this, but I talked with Shawn himself, and I said, what can we do for people who are interested in trying this out, who've taken the time to learn the process, and they're intrigued by the platform? He said, you know what? Give them a free month. And I said, really? And it's pretty amazing. You're going to get 1 free month on PrairieGrit just to try it out. We got a link in the description down below, prairiegrit.com/free month. And what that's going to get you, it's going to get you a credit up to $100 off. Now, they do have plans starting as low as, I think, $10 or so. But me personally, the amount of inventory I'm bringing across, I really love the idea of being able to pay 1 fee per month. Just one amount. It's $100 and I can list as many items as I'd like. Now, if you think about your eBay bill, I really want you to process this for a moment. My eBay store, I have my monthly subscription, which is anywhere between 60 to 80, depending if you're going month to month or if you have that contract arrangement. So I'm on the 60. Most people are on the, the 70, 80. And then you have final value fees on top of that. Now, on a good month on eBay, I'll move anywhere between $4,000, maybe $6,000 worth of inventory. You're looking at about $400, $500, $600 per month in fees. So I'm paying about $500 to $700 a month to sell on eBay. Now with PrairieGrit, I'm paying $100. Kind of a no-brainer. So as things start to happen with eBay in the future, I can see more and more people getting ready to exit the platform and looking for a place to go. If you're interested in trying it out, feel free to give it a go. Like I said, links are down in the description. If you're interested in being, maybe a little more hands-on with this, you really like it and you'd like to see a platform like this grow, reach out to me. My email is centralvalleycoupon@gmail.com. You saw it at the beginning of the video. Best way to get a hold of me. Or you can reach out to the Prairie Grit team. The Facebook link will be in the description down as well. And they have a ton of great contests and prizes that they're giving out too. So you definitely want to check out that Facebook page. Once again, thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon.